Okay, let's get out there and get my shots up this afternoon. Maybe get back on resistance. Yeah, let's get back on resistance training today. We'll just focus on that. It'll help us get through our chores. You can do both. It's not like it's going to kill me. What's killing me? Abuse, neglect, selfishness. That's what kills you. Um, uh, Doing exercise and doing chores so people are more comfortable in hell. Yeah, that's not killing you. That's just reflecting your kindness, right? So, Spock, you've got to understand that. That's reflect our kindness. It's how we help save one another from becoming the Federation. Yeah. Oh, Krishnamurti's the best. Judah Krishnamurti's really good. What Rockefeller was caught in, Krishnamurti tried to explain it to him. Okay. Well, the way he said it is just true. Slasse's right too. The way hypocrisy does not work. Okay. The way hypocrisy does not work is what you do is you get a bunch of hypocrites together. You declare them worse hypocrites than you, and then you have to defeat all their hypocrisy to save us with your hypocrisy. Dear Charlton, you know what self-righteous means? Thinking and believing you're right when you're obviously wrong, right? And so that's how hypocrisy doesn't work, which is what Jesus was aware of, Siddhartha was aware of, Krishna was aware of. It's obviously Jiddu Krishnamurti and D.T. Suzuki were aware of, the eternal swordsman of Japan, the gracious good shepherd of Japan is very similar to the gracious good shepherd of Israel, and the gracious good, it's just the way the people react violently, that during the time of the apocalypse, that the only one that still has one walking around on two legs because they're not sure, is not sure if this guy's the real deal. Because the prophecy is like, really? This is the most prophecy you've ever had, that you've had access to, that probably wasn't destroyed after the facts, of any of the people in rabbinic religion. Okay, but they had prophecy about Muhammad, the birthmark, the Yad, so forth, so forth, so forth. Okay, there was lots of prophecy. We don't have written documentation of it that I know of, but there was lots of prophecy about Muhammad. There was also lots of prophecy. Obviously, there was lots of prophecy about Jesus because of the story of the three wise men and so forth. And so, and what happened with the people being invaded by the Roman Empire in Egypt, that harbored him and kept him safe. So the hypocrites that kept him safe in Egypt, so they could be the survival winning hypocrite group. And that same thing they did with me, and that's what Krishnamurti was saying to Rockefeller. But if you do this with this kid, he's not going to become your hypocrisy champion. He won't do it. You'll kill him. Okay, you'll destroy him. Okay, you'll all publicly watch him be horrifically and apathetically and disgustingly murdered. It's way worse than the Truman Show, with him getting in the boat and trying to get out of the dome and getting the hot Italian model. Shit, yeah, it's just way worse. Okay, it's just terrible. Not to mention, the Epstein files. You guys really knew the truth. Those girls were out in Hollywood looking to become rich sex icons. Okay? Trust me. The Earlstein files are lots worse. Okay? Kids and mothers being manipulated by the perverts that give us the Epstein files, because the Epstein file people want to feel better than the people that are better than them. Okay? It's horrible. Okay? They're atrocious. You're talking about people that, I don't believe he's for real. Everybody, because they have a price, because they get addicted to feeling powerful, they think that the people like Krishnamurti and G.T. Suzuki, that they will do it too. Parsons will do it too. I'm Lenny Kravitz's old man. You'll do it too, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be. We as men cannot live on planet Earth without the sexual reproduction with a woman, right? And it cannot be a rape because that's surviving. That's not loving. Okay, rapists will just perpetuate hypocrisy. Okay, so when the leg lifter at the bar fucks the woman to show he's Genghis Khan of the Cochise County Valley bars of the Buffalo Wild Wings and the Cochise Health and Racket Club, right? That sucker Parsons, he's not color that man father, color that man love. No, he's pissed off child protector. Me and the guy yesterday told you he's a good kid. He pissed off because he wasn't sitting there looking at me going, "This guy's full of shit." He's like, "Wow, yeah, damn, they are." Who could? Yeah, he goes, "I couldn't conceive how creepy they are." He couldn't, And he's a tough guy who likes UFC fighting and and stuff like that, to protect his family. Archie Moore. We talked about Archie Moore and Rocky Marciano. And he said it too. He's like, no, Archie Moore said he enjoyed that fight with Rocky Marciano. He enjoyed the fight. I was like, that has to be a psychotic break. He goes, yeah, because Rocky Marciano beat the shit out of Archie Moore. He beat the hell out of that man. Okay. He beat him almost to death. Okay. He beat him to the point where he was unconscious. And if it had gone any further, he'd have killed him. Okay? If there had been no referees and no boxing council, those two got together and fought to see who's going to have sex with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. He'd have killed Archie Moore to do it. Right? And the two women would have betted him well so they could sell you Dunkin' fucking donuts, right? When you walk through a room, let them know you love me. Just love me, love me. That's what I want for Christmas, right? What do you want for Christmas? Christ Mass. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. Psalms, Proverbs. That's what I want for Christmas. Christmas Day is really in your heart. You don't have to save up all your love to give once a year. Peace on earth. And everything they taught you when you were a child. And then they sent you to school and you went from the logical song to the when I was young, I thought life was so magical. When you're a kid, no, it's interesting, because you have the logical song and the way birds and that are presented, singing and yada yada in cartoons and Disney cartoons. Or if you're a real kid, that's dyslexic, fly backwards. What? Yeah, they fly backwards. All their eyes watching. When you go to hit them, they go that way. So they can watch and fly at the same time. It's really wild the way they do it. Yeah, but it's on the no. He was dyslexic and he watched it. I remember saying that to Patrick. Because where'd you get that from? From Papa Shelby? Where'd he learn that? No, he didn't learn it from watching TV. He knowed it from growing up as a kid. He was stupid. He couldn't read. Right? So everything he could look at that didn't have anything to do with reading, Shelby devoured it. Okay. No, you couldn't get the crap with it. No, didn't work. Okay. Well, maybe it does. He's dyslexic. They found ways to, Noah had form of dyslexia. Lots of people do. Lots of people that do not like to succeed, want to succeed, or be part of the success from the rich people's point of view. They had meant for me one more time to see my hometown again, to the place with Mom and Daddy, where they used to pray, and in the playground where he used to play. So I laid my blue forget-me-nots there on the ground. One more time, I kneel with Mom and Dad in prayer. And then I said goodbye forever to that little town in the middle of nowhere. Because he's never nothing but his father's son. I tell you, a prophet is a prophet, except in his own house, in his own hometown, right? And so, and then you go away, and you become Charlie Pride, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? And then these other kids on TV, you can do it too. What? Go play gigs for mass murderers? Go to Europe and go to all the places where they planned and plotted and perpetuated mass murder for 4,000, 5,000 years even? Go to the Great Pyramids where they have portraits on the wall of how they mass murdered to maintain mass murder? Or while you're at it, go to the Smithsonian. And how many people do you see on TV that think they're great thinkers that have these pictures on their walls of great battles and Washington crossing the Delaware, like on that movie Last Castle, those that, can't do it have all the memorabilia and the crap around. And those who do it don't want anything to really remind them. All my military shit is thrown out. Everything. I might have a jacket. I think I got rid of that too. Do I have anything left? Camera 1, camera 2. Ooch. Miriam. Sergeant Gosh. Boyd. John. Linda. Tom. Asshole. Camera 1, camera 2. All the sweethearts that I met. I can't remember her name. She was the sweetest, the one we got married on her birthday. She was so sweet. Oh my gosh, she was so sweet. Because I had trouble remembering Cornelius's name. Cornelius and Cindy Murphy. Okay. And we didn't get to work together as long. She was such a sweetheart. She was the one that when I got banned from the football poll, because I won it like 4 or 6 weeks in a row, then they asked her to come in because they wanted somebody to replace, the money to come in to win the money. And she said, I don't know anything about football. Earl, could you pick the teams for me? And then after she run 4 weeks in a row, one of them found out that I was picking the teams for her. And then I got in the same trouble that I got with talking politics and religion with Fatani, right? You went 8 weeks in a row and what? Yeah. You can't pick emotionally. You have to observe, analyze, and process, and then assess the situation and come up with the most likely outcome. I didn't get all the matchups right. I just got more matchups right every week, 8 weeks in a row, than everybody else that was betting money to see who would do it. Okay, that's all. I can only give you love that lasts forever. My dad had the same thing happen. Yeah. He got kicked out of at his work for the same thing. Yeah, won like 5. Okay, Ralph, you're out because no one else gets a chance to win. It's like we all have the same chance to win. It's just he's winning because you get the whole pot, right? That's how Noah Heisel lost his job at University of Washington, I think, doing the same kind of thing. He was the coach. Maybe he got in, somebody said because he kept winning. I don't know. He has a Michael Jordan problem. I didn't have a problem. They encouraged me to join so they could make money off of me putting my money in the pot. Just so happened, I'm not that type of person, but okay, how'd you win? It's easy. Just what's going on with back then I followed the stuff more closely, follow SportsCenter. We all had the same insider information. We all had the same Callan Callhard, Stephen A. Smith information. Okay, well, he's hard. Basically, when you were a kid, you had what they called was the injury report. You'd read the thing and see who's in and out, and then you could sit there and see why we're losing. Where's Dennis? He's okay. He's on the edge. He's got a high ankle sprain. He's out for 2 weeks, right? Well, that's gonna diminish our chances at winning a lot of these games. So you knew. So you're Nick from Barney Miller, right? Which is why it's stupid to be idolatrous, hypocritical, and have a bunch of heathens saying, hey, let's take half of your money, put it in a jar and bury it in the backyard and take the rest and bet it on the critter that does its business before it goes in to shoot at the local racetrack. There you go. Best boiled pork sandwich in the whole world, huh? Cloudcroft. Yeah. Cloudcroft's pretty. Yeah, it is. Nah, I ain't gonna go there. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I have no idea. You know, I've made it clear where I want to go, but I don't. I'm that way with women too. I don't want. I used to tell them that all the time in the service. If I was Kermit and I really liked Piggy, she wouldn't have to chase me. Just lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my stuff. Bow, 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 bow. She'd be the happiest pig on the planet. She'd be very agreeable. She wouldn't be a Uber diva. She'd be like, "What are you doing?" She smiles a lot. The woman smiles a lot. She does. And me, I always got a smiling face anytime and any place. And every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, "You've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning." That probably would have worked in the 60s if I wasn't the Messiah. Girl, I love her like the devil when you get back home. I thought about, the people's, oh, if I was with her, it would have been different. And yes, if I was like you and I was with her life would have been different. Okay. Every woman that I have a crush on before I was, when I was born too late, Yvonne DiCarlo, Dorothy Dandridge, Nancy Wilson, Ella Fitzgerald, all the ones I had crushes on, big crushes on, yeah, and I had a crush on Aretha too, yeah. If I had, been born too late, no, and I hadn't have been the Messiah, but I've been like one of you, their whole lives would have been different. That man takes care of me. Someone comes up and says he's gonna sack the house and rape the girls and eunuch the boys. If that man, I promised your dad not to do things you done, right? Everyone considered him the coward of the county. They never considered me that. No. I was skinny. And like, what can he do? Ichabod Crane. And Bob Bones is going, Ichabod Crane just kicked my ass. Like Home. Remember Home? Remember Tim's Trang's cousin? That started out the year at Dean Morgan Junior High in 9th grade with the rest of us and graduated valedictorian that humana that spring, or that spring summer, yeah, at the end of the year. He started school as freshman with the rest of us and graduated as a senior. Okay. He had come from Korea to the United States, to Casper, Wyoming. Okay. His name was Home. Okay. He was the best martial artist in the entire Trang family. Okay. He was not a drug dealer like Tai To Tan to pay the family's bills or try to, get more family here from Korea because they were being killed oh no, they were Vietnam. Sorry, Vietnam. They were Vietnamese because they were getting killed in Vietnam too. Okay, the Trangs were Vietnamese. Sorry. And so, yeah, one family member had his way of getting people out of Vietnam so they wouldn't be murdered by corrupt business people, and one had another way. One started out school in 9th grade at 15 or 14 years old with the rest of us, graduated from high school at the end of his freshman year. The other one started selling drugs in Casper and worked out a good business relationship with Danny Bennett. He didn't fight with Danny. He went into business with Danny. Danny didn't kill Ty or try to kill Ty. They had an accord. They worked together. Because if they tried to kill each other, they put themselves out of business. That's the way Danny Bennett was. Okay. You'd make a good team member. Well, there's enough money to be made here and through other local operations to, through the whole state, to run the whole state out of Casper. Now, if Cheyenne tries to come up and put us out of business, we said, you do business with us or you die. Okay. That was my point guard and yeah. And one of my best friend's cousins, yeah. Home was the good one, and Ty was the bad one. You're both involved in economic genocide. Who's doing it better? The valedictorian or the drug dealer? Okay. You guys get Javon, Roof, Pete, and Cardi B better now? Okay. Do you understand my two little cuties doing? Girls, oh, come on now. Shit, y'all getting on my last nerves. You know, Dionne Warwick and Nancy Wilson about to have it out with you. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't self-righteous. She was trying her best to be righteous. She had some self-righteousness to her. Of course, they all do. When you feel you're right and other people are wrong, okay? Just because you got a nicer voice and you can be the classy, legendary singer of the Mass Murderers for Money, and I have to be the Chella Alonzo, okay? Or the Charo Uchi Kuchi. Ain't we all playing the same game for the same money, and the only one that's going to save us is Earl? Yeah, that's what it says in the books. And it's already happened. Yeah, Rockefeller set it up, you know. You guys will all pray to an invisible alter ego in your head. The companion, the man must live. The man, right? I want to feel the earth. You're on an asteroid. It's not the earth. There is no sun in an asteroid belt. Who wrote that? Who wrote that? Was she connecting to the man and to the woman? Oh, yeah, because she was part with the woman, and the woman was it, and she lost her. Okay, I get it. So the lady, the ambassador. But wouldn't the ambassador, since she's an ambassador to the other planets, understand that she was not on planet Earth? I would not call it the sun. Wouldn't she be intelligent enough to be Amy Fowler and Sheldon? I want to feel the asteroid under my feet and feel the photosynthesis from the astral belt on my face, the man. As Zebariah or whatever his name was, right? Okay. Wouldn't she say that? She wouldn't give us a Paul Simon song, El Condor Pasa, you know. I think I'd rather sail away like a swan. There's no swans on that asteroid. That's here and gone. And that's how you're wondering, okay, if she provide all this stuff, where are they going to get the chickens and the eggs and the celery and the carrots and the taters and the biscuits and gravy? And when you have all that, there's only one man. So you're going to need, little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Huffing, puffing, bro your house in. Right? Anarchy. And bedrock. Twitch. Okay, guys. I love you. I got to load this one up and then we'll make one more. We'll go out and go in the bar and get our hoops on, okay? Love you. If you're stupid and you know it, ask for money.